All right, barbell thrusters. Just gonna be an awesome movement. Gonna be really hard for people. I think they're gonna have a good time with it. Fundamentally, at its foundation, a thruster is a front squat into a push press, okay? So let me at least, at a minimum, demonstrate what we're going for with the thruster. It's gonna look something like this. All right, but there's a little bit more to it than that, which is to say that when we do a thruster, there's a lot of timing involved. You want to be focused on your front squat pretty much the entire way out of the hole and then accelerate through the middle. And so when I'm teaching people the thruster for the first time, I'm trying to teach them to feel that acceleration point. In other words, you don't go fast from here. You don't try to drive aggressively from this position. This is a weak position. What you do is you come up out of the hole and you drive aggressively from here. This is where we're starting to build speed and power. And we pop through to that good, strong overhead finish. And so one of the things you're really looking for as a coach is the cadence on the lift. Smooth out of the hole, really focused on position. Position will dictate where the bar goes when we go up overhead. And then fast through the middle with hips leading the way and arms following through. Regular straight up overhead position with the bar stacked up over shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle, never out in front. The other thing that we want to be looking for as a coaching staff is a breakdown of core to extremity. You probably haven't heard that term since you went to 101 or your training seminar. And what a core to extremity breakdown looks like with a thruster is this. People press the bar before they've finished the hip drive. So they're down here, they start coming up, and then they press the bar off their body. And you can see, it's a very hard position to hold, but you can see I've not finished my hip extension, and the bar is all the way off my shoulder already. So we want to be patient. We've got to let the lift form. We're down, we come all the way up, boom. And then when we've reached that full hip extension, the momentum, the power that we generate out of that hip drive transfers into the overhead press, okay? Last but not least, on the way down, we want to be mindful of the way people receive the weight, because ideally we're receiving it into the next repetition. What you're going to see a lot of people do is they're going to be up overhead, the bar is going to start coming down, they're going to start to squat, and then the bar is going to hit them. Boom. And when it hits them in this partial squat, they're much more likely to dip forward and get pulled out of position. So the timing on the way down is that we're up, the bar comes down, and as it hits the shoulder, we ride it down into the next repetition. Okay, so there's a lot of timing and positioning that goes into the efficiency part of doing these thrusters. Tackling 12 is a huge set. We're really looking for this to be nice and smooth. If people need a break, best place to break is actually while they're up overhead. Get a big breath of fresh air, go for another few, but in a perfect world, these are smooth looking, they're good looking all the way through, and maybe we're grinding it out towards the end of the cycle, but certainly in our higher volume at the beginning of the cycle, everything should look good.